great people in the Parks Bureau. But let's do some business. And let's start with a question. How many members of the City Council currently reside in Northeast Portland? I'm the only one, which is amazing, right? Because, I mean, it used to be that if you didn't live in Northeast Portland, I mean, we had 3 at one time, 3, I think even 4. I'm the only one, so even though I'm elected citywide, frankly, I live in Northeast Portland. This is my backyard, and I spend a lot more time here just because it's closer to home, and I have 2 young kids at home, so I like to get home for dinner and then come out to a meeting. So, what I want to suggest is that, Kelly, we put together just a small group of people from this meeting who are concerned, who are interested in launching a community garden in this area. I'm the Parks Commissioner. I get to make decisions. So let's get a few people who want to help me plan a community garden. If it involves Rose City School and the school district, then I'll work it out with the school district. If it involves Fraser Park and we have some costs, then we'll figure out a creative way of doing that with Randy Leonard and the Water Bureau. But let's start by finding a small group that wants to work on it. And this has been identified as a significant interest, so let's make it happen.
We already have that group. We have a meeting scheduled February 9th, which we can reschedule around you if you want to come.
Okay. I think you've
Or a
me
staff
as
member.
part of the committee now.
A
So
staff member. But we already have an interested group where we have a table back here with flyers on that. We have a sign-up list. We've had 10 or 12 people respond who are interested in making this happen.
Good.
Peggy's been great.
let's do this.
Wheels are rolling. We'd love to engage you.
So I'll check with Leslie tomorrow, who is our community gardens coordinator. I'll check with my calendar, and let's see if Leslie and I can come join you that evening. If for some reason that evening doesn't work,
We'll
for her, for me,
reschedule.
if you don't mind, let's reschedule. And let's come and plan how we're going to bring a community garden to this community.
Bravo.
I'll take one more question. I think I'm wearing out the patience of your chairman. Sir.
I got one more. It's kind of pie in the sky, long range. This neighborhood, we've lost 3 schools in the last 20 years. Rose City Park. It's really mostly residential. We don't really have a public hub. The school was it. That's been taken away from us. The Planning Bureau is working on the Eastside Max project. It's kind of preparatory to, if there's ever funding available, improving the Max stations. We have one at 60th. They're kind of working with the Portland plan and rezoning some of that area. We've been engaged in that process. There's some talk of the Gray Bar property over there at 60th and Halsey as maybe being rezoned and becoming an opportunity site. We're here because of the generosity of the Methodist Church, which I can tell you has an aging population and may not be here forever. If there was ever long range, a possibility for like a mini community center that could be incorporated into the 60th Street Max, that opportunity center, maybe one of the thoughts would become a bicycle hub, the Sullivan's Gulch Trail, tying bike boulevards together there. That maybe that's just something that you put on the park's radar long-term, a community center that would service this community, which really doesn't have a library, doesn't have a school, has an old refurbished fire station, and there's not a public gathering place here. So I just want to throw that out that maybe, someday when the economy comes back and you're flush, you're in your 25th year, that the Nick Fish Community Center.
I have a 16-year-old and a 5-year-old at home. I love the idea, and the heart of the Portland plan is the 20-minute community. And so, yeah, let's dream about that. And by the way, I may come back to you next year and talk to you about a number of capital needs that we have in our park system and ask you whether there are any circumstances where you'd consider a bond measure or a levy or something in the future, and what it would take to earn your support of that. But I've made some notes. We'll take a look at it. I think it's an interesting idea. Sir?
Can I speak something just on that tail there of what Ed said? It would be great, of course, too, if we could get our school back or any of these other important community amenities. It is telling to sort of have that list of things we don't have. Not having a school is a serious issue. And I have, a child and a new one coming any minute now. And I'd like to have a school that's, I don't mean to criticize necessarily the K through 8 plan, but I went to the kindergarten roundup and they had 2 kids come out and talk about their experience. A 5th grader and a 6th grader. The 6th grader was taller than I am. And my little boy is 5, and it's a little disconcerting. And then they listed all the challenges they have, which are big city challenges, almost the same kind of school challenges that a high school has. And it's my kindergarten, my elementary, and I just really miss the opportunity to have Rose City Park, which was sort of an award-winning little school.
Thank you, sir. I get final.
I got a quick comment on that as well. I think, there was no survey taken of population, and I think the city or the school district is going to be shocked when they find all these 3 and 5-year-olds ready for school. Yep. We went from no kids on my street to there are a ton of preschoolers and young kids, and where are they going to fit at Hollywood and Beaumont or Beverly Cleary now? I think the neighborhood, I think people are going to be shocked when these young kids that we all have start hitting the school system in the next couple of years. And
I agree with
you can't walk to school too. It's one sad thing that I always look forward to. I mean, I'm an older parent, obviously, and I have a 3-year-old, and that's just. I don't see walking to Hollywood every day. It's just so quite far away. But I think the population of the kids under 5 and school age is going to be shocking pretty soon. So
I've noticed that. I live at 39th and Knott, and I can go house to house within a 2-block radius and tell you about young couples that have come in and have children. It's a wonderful thing, this renewal. But you're right; it's going to put enormous strains on our school system. I have 1 kid in public school, another one on the way. Let me leave you with my not my cell phone number. I made that mistake once. Don't go there. Let me leave you with my email address. And we'd be happy to have any follow-up comments, questions, concerns. George and I will get back to you promptly. It's nick@ci.portland.or.us. nick@ci.portland.or.us. And so let me just close by thanking you for, again, inviting me, and thanking you for being such good citizens and engaged. And let's stay positive about our city. We're going through a rough stretch, but I am so bullish about our long-term prospects. And if there are ways that I, as your Housing and Parks Commissioner, can be of service, please let me know. Thank you very much.